Hey, I'm Shay.
I'm John.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome to It's a Work Thing podcast, where we talk about everything and nothing, and we call it work.
And that's the time that I drove 10 miles to avoid being a racist.
Please elaborate.
And welcome to It's a Work Thing, the podcast where you can tell your boss to listen to because technically, it's a work thing. Yeah, you're going to have to elaborate on that one, big guy.
So I was trying to track down a kid that rides around on our country road out by our farm regularly on a bike because I had something I needed to discuss with him. And it was sunset, so I thought I saw him riding his bike down the road. There's not a lot of bikes that go through here, not a lot of traffic.
Yeah, we're out in the country.
Yeah.
We're out in the country.
And I slowed down, pulled up next to him, rolled down my window, and said, "Hey." And it was a African-American male that I have never seen before in my entire life on a bicycle. And so I was at a decision point then where I either had to continue to drive and I could turn around and go drive back past him, which made it look incredibly suspicious, which I was not trying to do. So instead, I drove about a 10-mile round trip into town and back around another way so that I would not be seen again by this man because I did not want him to think that I thought he was suspicious for being there I yelled at him because...
You get out of here!
Which was not my intent.
Did you have your white mask in the
I
passenger?
did not. I was...
Just wearing all
I
white.
slowed down, had the window down, and then I just accelerated away. I said nothing else and then just drove away.
Could you not have turned and just parked in someone else's house for a second in their
There's
driveway?
not a lot of other houses.
No, there's not
that's right.
I
options.
was past this driveway already.
Oh,
In between here and that road up there, and there's no other houses. If I went further that way, it would just make me doing a 15-mile trip around it to get back to town. So then Kristen calls me and she's like, "It took you a really long time to go down and talk to this kid on his bike." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I had to drive to town."
I had to fight him.
So, yep.
I will say I did see not that same person on a bike, but I did see the one you were originally talking to on the bike. And my exact words were, "Who the hell's riding a bike out here?"
He will ride that bike at
Yeah.
11 o'clock at night with a light on the
I
front.
was I was shocked. It was the day you weren't here, but me and Shay were working on
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yep.
And I was leaving. That was my first thoughts. I was like, "Who the hell?"
So remember when we got all that snow in January?
Yeah. How could I
Yeah.
forget?
They came through and cleared the roads, and it's still like a packing of snow on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's just riding his bike up and down the road.
Should have hooked a freaking...
It's like 8 degrees and
You gotta
snow
get
all
somewhere. You
everywhere.
gotta get somewhere.
Yeah.
He didn't have anywhere to go. He just goes back and forth.
I don't know.
You should have hooked him up with your gym nemesis.
Yeah.
They're about operating on the same level. What?
Which, speaking of
What?
gym nemesis, we're actually going to start a whole new segment called Repetitive Harassment,
Get it?
where Griff gives us an update about his gym nemesis, this lady. And since we're already into it, you can probably... I didn't prepare you for this, but I feel like you can shoot from the hip on this one.
Yeah, no, she's... My biggest problem with this lady is that she walks to the gym to walk at the gym.
It bothers him so bad.
It does.
And not even like on a treadmill. She goes into the gym portion and walks up and down a basketball court. So she literally walks to a gym to walk to a gym.
It's the social interaction.
She doesn't talk to anyone.
It's the non-social
She
interaction.
walks with a 1-pound weight in each hand and walks up and down the basketball court, there and then backwards, there and then backwards. There
That's
and
why
then
she goes.
backwards.
She needs the 1-pound weight.
Don't you think instead of a $25 gym membership, you could just buy a 1-pound dumbbell?
How about you buy them for her? Just say, these are for you. Please don't come back.
How about you just hit her with your car
No,
on accident?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to put that out there, Nick.
What was her latest passive aggressive she did to you?
Well, it's been a lot of lights. There's been a lot of things. There's a sign at the end of at the gym exit that says, "Before you leave, please turn off the TVs and the lights." Now, a normal, sane person would assume that whenever you see that, if there are other people in the gym using the gym or the TVs, you do not turn off the TVs and the lights before you leave. She does not think that. She was multiple times. It is just me only left in the gym. She'll walk past me. So she knows I'm in this gym. and then turn off the lights as I walk as I'm sitting there.
It's so
I
funny.
will be sitting there. I will be like, there was one time where I was legitimately bench pressing,
I'd be so mad.
and I was in a squat rack, so it's not like a set uniform height
Yeah.
of where the catches are above me. And I have it down on my chest, and all the lights go out. And this is at 5 o'clock in the morning in the winter, so there is no light. And I'm just like, lift. Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
She's legit trying to kill you.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, she's insane. And then this past time, I was all the way back in the back dumbbell section. I walk out, all the lights are off. All the way up to the front door, all the TVs are off. There's no light to go through the whole gym.
Trying to save on that Ameren bill.
It's not even her Ameren bill.
I know.
She is an insane person.
Did you yell at her last time?
I've yelled at her the last couple of times. I think it's...
What do you yell at her?
Profanities.
And what does she respond with?
Surprise.
Can you change the sign to say,
Listen here.
No. What I'm saying is turn the lights off if you are the only person left in the gym.
You would think that would go unspoken.
Yeah, but put it on there so you can at least put validity more to your argument.
There are... The craziest one was whenever I was using an elliptical in front of a television, watching the television, and she went to go leave the gym, and she reached between the swinging arms of the elliptical to grab the TV remote, to turn off the TV in front of me, and then put the remote 2 treadmills down. That's whenever, like, she was doing a lot of... This was probably, like, what, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was doing a lot of like passive aggressive things, and I was like, we're kind of going back and forth, and I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe she's just like a crazy old lady, and this is like she's doing this by accident. She realized what she's doing, and I was like, whenever she put that remote 2 treadmills down, I was like, oh, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
This is a war.
That eliminated all doubt.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this has been going on for our viewers who if you maybe just have came in on this, Griff and this lady have been going at it literally since we have started this podcast.
Yep.
It has been an ongoing feud, and that happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago. The final, like, we are for sure feuding. Like,
Oh no, that happened. That
Has it
happened
been a while?
Oh yeah, that happened like last summer.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think
Okay,
that we
has-
talked about that in the July
okay, so
episode.
so yeah, that for those, like I said, those who can just come in, it's been a thing, and I am been begging Nick to go work out with Griff with this lady because. Let this chaotic, unhinged person just go. Let her have it.
I mean, she is
Didn't know you were
insane.
talking about me at first.
We had I put chains on a barbell one time, and I was doing bench press, and she came out from the other side of the gym through a closed door and was like, "Can you stop doing that? It's making too much noise. I can't focus." And this was after she'd done the elliptical thing, so I just took the chains off of that and put them on a trap bar deadlift and just walked alongside of her in the gym part, dragging the chains.
Dude, I would do chains on everything.
I did for like a while. I was trying to like looking to see if there was a way I could put them on the dumbbells.
You can.
Not those.
No.
Those are like the collars.
Oh.
So
I'd like to go.
I'm telling you, Nick, you have to do this one of these times for Griff's sake, and just and Griff, you're gonna have to try to record it. I know it's gonna be tough.
I mean, you know me. Yeah. We may get there. We may walk with her on the way home. But you know me. I was talking about this at the Cardinals game yesterday because we had another drunk person next to us.
Oh gosh.
And you know how when we were at that Battlehawks game, I'm just talking away.
First off, why were you at the Cardinals game?
I was at a friend, Brendan, who watches the video. Hi. We were at his bachelor party, so part of that was going to the Cardinals game.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Were you guys behind home plate?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, the seats we had were actually really, really nice. I will say the attendance was low at the stadium because the Cardinals are not that great. But what annoyed me, and I get it, was so many people came to sit in the seats in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, it was rotating. It was like,
Yeah.
It was to the point where I'm like, I know these are not your seats. Like, just, what are you doing?
But as long as you're just not being obnoxious.
Yeah, I didn't care for the most part. It was just funny because it was like, it was like 5 sets of people that would come sit in these seats. I'm just like, okay, because the people we had right in front of us were actually really nice. And then we had this dude, this old guy to the left of us that was just, I bet he had like 6 beers.
Oh my!
Like,
how do you afford that?
Yeah. Well, he was old and looked like he was retired.
I don't care.
See, I would buy the all-inclusive tickets just to not have to avoid paying for beer.
I bought a hot dog and a water, and it was $15, I think,
gosh.
for a hot dog and a water.
And those beers, what do they run? $9?
Oh, they're more than that.
Are they
11,
now?
I thought they were.
I think they're 13.
They're
from the-
$13 for
I think the guy, the other guy that came with us, I think he said they were 13.
13 a piece, and he had how many of them?
The guy had like 6 of them
You've got to be kidding
just
me.
on beer.
$78.
Just on beer. For a 2.5 hour, 3 hour Cardinal game where the score was, I think, 4-1. The Cardinals did not play
So,
good.
is he the one that you ended up saying passive-aggressive loud things to? Because you did at the Blackhawks game.
Yeah,
Battlehawks.
I kept telling Brendan because the guy would come down. I was like, get another one. Like it was like, it's like, good Lord. Like even Brendan was like, good God. Like it was a lot. At least he wasn't being. I mean, kick you. At least he wasn't being like loud and obnoxious. Like it was just like at one point I was like, I hope he has an Uber. Like, good Lord.
He does not have an Uber. He has a 2024 F-150 Platinum.
Yeah. Just, yeah. But it was fun.
Got a front bumper guard.
For those who don't know, about last year at this time, we all three went to a Battlehawks game, and me and Nick could not concentrate on the game because all we could watch were these obnoxious children just running around.
And their drunk, wasteful parents that I wanted to throw hands with.
Yeah.
And I was voicing my concern.
Yes, he was very loudly, and it made me uncomfortable.
I was ready to throw hands.
Napoleon syndrome over here.
There was like a clear sign where these little hooligans were just like jumping on this like side of this thing, and it clearly says on there like don't touch this.
Don't
and
stand in front of. Don't.
Yeah, and they're just all in there, and then their drunk parents came down, and
And it wasn't even their seats.
No, it made it worse.
They were just
They had 2 open seats that were up there, and then they came down, sat in the 2 open seats as adults, and brought down was it 2 or 3 kids?
like 3.
I think
And just
it was
brought down
2.
their kids and just let them sprint up and down
It
the
didn't
stands
matter.
and do everything
Yeah.
else the whole time.
I was ready to throw hands.
And the one kid took his shirt off. It was weird.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Nick actually.
Well, that was when we put him on the Simba cam.
You got we did. We put Nick up. We held him up in the air on the Simba cam.
Not only just you guys, the crowd behind us helped.
We were all in.
I had strangers grab my butt. I was okay with, but
They were all dudes, Bree. Don't worry.
It's true.
he's like, "Do you want to go to a Battlehawks game?" No.
No. You wanted to. Our last episode we talked about your Rub Wendell. Is that was his name?
Rube Waddell.
Rube
Yeah.
Waddell. Sorry, Rube Waddell.
Rube Waddell.
And you said you had some
Waddell.
more stories, like maybe cut you off a little short, that you wanted to tell more stories about old Rube.
No, yeah. So I've done a little bit more.
Nick's
research
hero.
here.
We're
Yeah.
going.
He's interesting.
We're going to have to get you a shirt or
Nick's
something,
heroes.
or jersey. Like we're going to have
The
to.
fact that he would just randomly go fight fires is hilarious.
His most famous night, he hit a person over the head with a fish, and then proceeded to crash a play where he went up on stage and he shot one of the actors.
What?
Yes.
What?
Good Lord.
A reporter who was there with him quoted about the night, "I never went out for a social evening with Mr. Waddell anymore. His ideas of diversion are too strenuous for a man like me."
How you spell Waddell?
Waddell, Waddell.
All right.
In
man
St.
with
Louis
a
in late
fish.
August, Waddell, after spending the night at an amusement park, showed up at 1 a.m. knocking on a teammate's hotel door, or the manager's hotel door. When the manager opened it, he found Rube standing there offering him what he called a pizzaza sandwich, which consisted of Limburger cheese and a stale onion.
Ew.
One of his roommates, whenever he would also walk up and down throughout the stands, he would take fans' foods and beer and drink them as he was going down to the field to play the game.
Are you?
This guy's a riot.
This dude's an unhinged psychopath, like more than Nick. Like he puts you to shame.
I'm not fighting alligators.
One of his roommates had a clause inserted in his contract that forbid Rube from eating crackers in their bed, because on road trips they would share a bed. He couldn't eat crackers because Rube would just sit there and eat in the bed and I guess probably make a mess out of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is the worst.
Yeah, the puppies. He would run over to the puppies and
When he was trying to pitch.
yep. On his off days, there were frequent reports of him going to play in others. He would just show up at semi-pro baseball stadiums and talk them into letting him pitch that day.
Oh my gosh.
On his off day. And he
Good
was
Lord.
even known for just playing in sandlot games with children on the days that he was not pitching for the Pirates while the Pirates were playing. So they would be playing the
guy's
game.
like-
He would not go to the stadium and watch. He would just go pitch at a sandlot game.
I'm not going
guy's
to be
like-
bored sitting here.
Dennis Rodman, like times a million.
I was going to say,
In his early days, instead of throwing a ground ball to the first base, he would just throw it at the batter.
Good Lord.
I wonder how many
This
times they had
guy.
to try and talk him into that to like get him to stop doing that.
I don't think you do talk him into anything. If he wants to do it, it sounds like he's going to do
This
it.
guy's insane.
He is insane.
He got the nickname Rube because he was considered a, quote, simple man.
Really?
All he wanted to do is pitch.
He ran away from home
And
at the
fight
age of
fires.
3 and lived at the local fire station for 2 weeks.
Good Lord.
This
I
is
would
your
say-
hero.
I would say that his parenting might not have been. He might not have had a strong parental influence at home. His childhood pastime was throwing rocks at birds. That was his favorite childhood pastime. Which is where he credits the strength and the talent of his throwing arm.
All these guys who are doing all this extra training and playing for these travel teams, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
All you have to do is fire some rocks at some birds.
In 1897, he had his first professional contract. It paid him $500 up front. He spent the entire amount in 6 hours.
And back
Lord.
then, I feel like that's a decent amount.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a lot.
That's
I wonder
probably
what
like 5 million.
No, I would say that's probably. I mean, that'd be your vehicle, though.
He got
Yeah.
into fights with multiple managers.
I wonder why.
His time, he spent time with the Columbus Senators, who later became the Grand Rapids Furniture Makers.
Grand Rapids Furniture Makers.
Lord.
I feel like we can just have a little segment of
Yeah.
what did Rube
what did
do?
Yeah.
He played on the same team as Honus Wagner at one point.
Honus Wagner's pretty cool. His baseball card's insane.
Strikeout ratio was 3-1.
That's impressive.
He led the league in strikeouts for 6 years.
Well, this guy sounds interesting as heck.
Yeah, we're
There was a team that had a kid that was born with a deformity that looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Rube Waddell would rub it before he would go out to pitch as a good luck charm whenever he played for that team.
and on this episode of HR Violation of the Week.
No. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
That is funny.
He traveled. Oh my God! Hold on. He traveled for a period of time with his own bat boy, who was not a bat boy, but rather a short. It was a midget man named Eddie Bennett. He considered him a good luck charm. He would rub his head before he'd go out to pitch, but he brought him with him to multiple teams. Imagine going to sign the contract. Rube, we want you to come pitch for this team. All right, but you got to bring Eddie. Who's Eddie? He's this man.
Good Lord.
Wonder why he died at 37.
Early in his career, he once left in the middle of a game to go fishing because it was a nice day and he didn't want to waste it on a baseball field.
Good Lord.
Dang.
Talk about hard to manage.
He disappeared. He was fired from multiple teams because he,
Shocker.
he would just leave in the middle of the season, go on benders, and then not show back up. So he was fired multiple times.
You talk about not living hard and not living long.
Yeah, he didn't live. Yeah, he got a lot of life out of that time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Jeez Louise.
Jeez. Yeah.
Anything else?
Multiple times he was also fired for sleeping with teammates' wives and managers' wives.
That I'm surprised.
At one point, he even
I'm
slept with the
shocked.
team owner's wife.
Good Lord.
I'm shocked.
Did you see if you could get a jersey?
They have little jerseys, but it's the one picture I showed. It's not like an actual team jersey.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to see what I can find here.
So, what I would like for us to, I want to start a new segment called Office Hours, where you, our listeners, send us in any questions about the podcast you may have, any questions in general you think you need advice for, or any general advice that you need. Please send it in. You can make a comment on our Spotify. You can make a comment on our YouTube. You can
text us.
if you know Nick, yes, you can text us, or if you, I guess you know me, you can text me, but you can also email us. If you, just like I said, just please, if you want to send us a private DM on Instagram or something, you send it to us and we will get to it. And that's going to be a new thing we try to do is office hours.
We will offer our advice as best as we can.
And Nick will definitely give you some unhinged advice. Probably won't Dante his, but he will give you advice.
Just really quick, they made a Rube Waddell comic book.
Oh, I saw that.
And that
too.
is the cover. It is him holding a dog, him wrestling a crocodile.
We're never going to be able to bring Rube Waddell up. We're never going to get off of this.
And the quote on the top of the page says, "Strike him out and stir him up." That's the one quote for him.
So what I'm getting at is we need that as a poster when we redo our podcast studio. We need Rube Waddell.
That is a poster. That is a poster.
We're going to need a poster.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Strike him out and stir him up.
So yeah, we talked about before, we're going to redo things. We have in the process of making new tables for us so we can see you all great. We talked about doing the podcast. It is coming very soon. We're going to be getting everything. It's going to be completely redone. It's going to be real nice. We'll get you all set up.
Real nice.
Real nice.
Real
It's
nice.
going to be real nice, guys. But that brings me to my next thing of we did the VR together as a crew and kind of recap it. The next thing I would like for us to do is I would like for us to, we talked about it, but schedule a time that we do a coyote hunt. And we talked about before.
Do I get a service weapon?
No, you don't get any weapons.
You don't get anything. You sit there.
Yeah. You're
I shoot. I actually found out in the academy I shoot better with a flashlight right here for stabilization.
They didn't actually give him a gun. He just had a flashlight.
There's a
I
wooden-
got him with the beam.
It's like the other guys. He
like
gets the wooden one.
Yeah. He was like
They give
100.
you a nice wooden stain. You should probably tell them thank you.
You probably tell them thank you.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
Beep. So,
No, we're not giving you a whistle.
No.
Even. No, we're giving.
We're
you,
100% not giving. Nick's gonna bring a dog whistle to a coyote call.
those are hyenas.
And that was how Nick eliminated all of the dogs in the neighborhood.
I'll
Yeah,
dress like a. What do they like?
We're going to have to put Leo and Sammy up.
Oh, 100%.
What do they like? Like, what do coyotes like? I'll dress
animals.
like it, and then you guys, I'll lure it.
If we have a dead cow, we're gonna put Nick instead of it like a tauntaun in Star Wars.
Then I pop out of the cow.
Buddy, we can just get him like a. We don't even have to get a fancy one. Just get him like a wolf costume or dog costume, that like a furry, and put him next to the coyote call.
Costumes. I'm not putting that on the record over here. I'm not Googling. I'll let Nick.
Someone's got to
Google
get it before it gets to me, though, or I'll be mad and I'll fight it.
I'm 100% not going to Google furry costumes for kids. I definitely do not want that on my register here.
Why?
No reason, Nick. Look it up.
Why's it got to be for kids?
Nick, you guys have to get it before it gets to me.
Hold still. It's biting me.
We got to wait until mating season.
It's mounting me. Get it.
Hey, you saw what he did to that hostage with the zombie, right? Do you want this? He's going to shoot the wrong coyote.
No, stop videoing it. Shoot it.
He's got the red rocket.
Sorry, I thought that my laughing would scare him away. It did not.
Nick, are you laughing or crying? Both.
Why are you smiling, though? That's the real question.
Oh my!
All I'm saying is if it violates me, I violate him.
All I'm saying is I'm not going to intervene for sure now. I kind of want to see where this takes us. You might not all get to see this.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, viewer discretion advised. That's 100% getting a disclaimer on Instagram. Why is this reel blocked out? Well,
Good Lord.
Can TikTok allow that?
have you ever seen a man mounted by a coyote and then a coyote mounted by a man? Because here is what happened.
I find it funny you think he's going to post on Instagram. The man never posts anything on Instagram.
Oh, no. We're going to post it on ours.
Oh, all right.
It's called reverse psychology.
That'll be his only post. Imagine there be like, pull up to his account and they're like, is this a robot active account? I don't know. He's got one blurred image. Let's see what it is. Oh, my God.
It's a bot.
Okay. Moving on.
Why don't you look at me?
Nick, you're kind of tough to look at after that conversation, buddy.
You have a short game that you want for us, Nick, or discussion question?
You know, I don't like Nick's
short
short
game.
game now that I'm reading it.
Griffin's gonna appreciate it.
That needs to be a
Feels kind of a-
a segment and like a thing. And whenever it goes to Nick, it's Nick's quote short game.
Feels kind of offensive. I'm gonna make a.
All
right.
I will put that into
You guys will both get a clipboard here. I have
Okay.
3 questions for you. Heard that in the mic.
What's it? You had the bag of Reese's down here, and then the last time you brought it up to here, and we're like,
What
like,
Reese's?
"What is wrong with you? Open it under the table."
All right. The question is, or the game is, what % of men do this activity or
Oh.
do this?
Fun.
Oh no! Don't say fun. Look who's asking us.
Never mind. Yep, I agreed. I'm scared.
That was a poor choice.
Oh, these are all appropriate. What % of men play video games in the world? In the U.S. of A.
Is this men or
Yes.
is this an age range?
Just says men. I don't know. Define men.
What's your guess?
45.
65.
Shay is closer. It is actually 77%.
But see, I don't think that's accurate.
Well, who cares what you think? This is my game.
No, because if you say men, I don't see a lot of 80-year-old dudes gaming.
But men is anything over 18.
Yeah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
According to the law, that is true.
But what do you think? What percentage? There's got to be what 35-40% of men over the age of 35% of the men over the age of 50. And how many of them do you think are playing video games?
Do you play video games once in a while?
Yes.
Do
Dude-
you play video games once in a while?
Yeah.
I play video games once in a while. We're 3 for 3 there.
Dude, I don't
What?
beep, beep. I
You have
just
to have,
Googled
like,
this.
100%. All right.
Sore loser.
What % of men watch sports? Griff's taking this very little, not 100%.
75.
Technically, oh, you guys are making me do math.
Oh, boy.
Shay
tell
is,
us the percentage.
Shay is closer because it's 81%.
Let's go.
I'm closer because mine starts with an 8. That's all you need to do, Nick.
Well, that's what
Don't do
threw me
math.
off.
Don't do math.
Threw me off.
Is that a bird? Are we getting attacked?
No, it's fine. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Nick, get on all fours.
Nick, why did you present? Said we were getting attacked.
What % of men wear makeup?
That's what my dog does
God.
when
Where's
he wants
makeup?
to be fed.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that I got. Whenever an intruder comes in, your dog beep.
No, when he wants to get like petted, he will put his face in the ground and put his head.
Oh,
butt
Emma
in the
does
air.
that too. She likes to lead with her butt.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
No, he'll put his face straight into the carpet and rub and put his.
Emma a hoe. I don't know what to tell you.
No, Rooster's just special.
If you knew a girl that greeted people that way, what would you call her?
my wife. No, I'm just kidding.
That's getting made into a TikTok, and Bree will see that.
Sorry. All right. Anyways, get out of that hole. What % of
You're gonna be
men?
out.
What % of men wear makeup?
Oh,
I hope
sorry.
I am high.
Change of plans, guys. I have a lot of free time now to help you.
Also, can I live in the podcast studio?
When
That
can we get
couch
heat
over
in
there?
Yeah, the couch is over there.
All right.
It's getting warm. 20%.
14.
Griff is correct. Well, Griff is closer. It's 10%.
Thank God. I was like, please be lower than my guess.
Also, did you guys see what Bree did? She made me on ChatGPT
Oh, yes.
and all the jokes that I'm getting.
Yes.
So I have people said this is his real life size.
I about commented that, but I'm like, oh man, I'm too late.
Chief made fun of me because I'm holding a PlayStation 5 controller, and Chief goes, "Is that a step stool you're holding?" And then he came back and said, "Also, he's palming a basketball." Oh
That's
wait,
fair.
that I looked closer. It's a tennis ball.
Here's the other thing. If I were going to buy that action figure, I feel a little ripped off because I'm not getting as much of the other ones. Should cost less.
He's saying because you're small.
Wow. Short
He wasn't
people-
getting there, so I had
short
to help
people
him out
need
there.
money.
Okay.
Anyways,
We're gonna go to. You have a story about Uber Lost and Found.
Yes. So Uber recently released their 50 weirdest things they found
Oh,
in Ubers this year.
that's actually
yeah, was,
could be very interesting here.
Just gotta find it. Hold on a second here.
them a? What is that?
Is that the wind out there?
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound like it? That's why
Yeah.
I was looking, but then I couldn't.
No, it is the wind. I can see the treetops swaying badly.
What tree are you looking at?
Buddy, I'm looking at this angle.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can see
no.
the tree line.
Oh, I can see. I can see a tree.
He didn't say I can see a tree. He just says I can see.
I can see again.
I can see.
Uber's lost and found.
Okay. Do you want to try and guess any, or do you just want me to?
I don't think we're going to be able to.
Okay.
Mine are not
So we will
appropriate.
start. Most unique lost items: a mannequin head with human hair,
Oh,
a Viking drinking horn,
okay.
How do you
ghost-
leave this stuff?
Well, if you Viking drinking horn.
Yeah, you were drunk.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
The mannequin with human hair was because you have something weird going on.
Yeah, that's just.
Ghostbusters ghost trap. Chainsaw.
Ooh.
Breast milk. Fine china.
Breast milk, I mean.
A turtle.
A what?
A turtle.
A turtle.
Aw.
Oh, don't aw turtle.
A urinal.
Whole urinal?
A urinal. It just says urinal.
You're drunk.
A club promoter sign reading Annie's married.
Okay.
A sticky boob bra. I don't know what that is.
It's the one that's not like strapless. It's just right here.
What?
How do you know this?
You guys have wives?
Barely.
Cutting that one again, dude? Jesus Christ!
I'm kidding.
I'm cutting that out. I ain't putting that in.
So for real, can I stay here tonight?
I have never in my life heard of a sticky boob bra.
Yeah.
Is it actually a
Don't
bra?
look at me.
Or is it
It's kind of.
I'll
tape?
Google it.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Go ahead, Nick's Googling
Sticky
it.
boob.
Make sure you put bra in the back of that. Please don't leave that there.
What is this?
They have an instructional video.
This is fascinating.
Fascinating.
And he says nothing else fascinating.
Yeah, he's not explaining anything,
No.
but he's scrolling a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's seeing that we're not.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's like I told you, it's kind of just.
How does that work?
Okay, in a non-sexual way, is there a video? Is it like tape? It's the
Yeah.
tape thing?
Yeah.
You can buy them for $19 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Or they, that one has nipples. I don't think that one's real.
I don't think that's not it, buddy.
No.
That's my foot Shay.
Oh, well, I knew it wasn't Nick's.
Nick is catching strays and just passing them straight on debris. That's what he's doing. He's just trying to divert his pain.
Listen here.
All right, you see if you can get me a video of how these things work.
I'm
Like-
be honest, I don't know exactly how they work, but,
But
I do.
how,
I have.
how does just taping like? Does it?
I think they end up taping like.
Do they tape across together?
Yeah, it's like pushing up.
So couldn't a strapless? Okay, we're way out of our element here.
Yeah.
Couldn't a strapless bra just do the same thing?
Whose wife's up? Just call them right now.
Mine is.
Put her on speaker.
Put her on speaker.
Don't tell her anything. This is better.
Here,
Plug her in,
I
plug
gotta
her
plug
in.
it in.
I hope that she is
Hold
incredibly
on.
pissed
Hold
off
on.
at you.
I have to make sure the kids aren't up.
Okay. Yeah. I'll keep reading through, and we
Yeah,
will.
you keep doing that.
We'll come back through. Nick, see if you can find us an instructional video. Not an instructional
I'll
video.
ask ChatGPT
Okay.
how to get sticky
An
boob.
aviation headset for a plane was left in an Uber.
That's expensive.
Shrek ears. Bermuda shorts. A pink fan that has 2 hearts on it and the word bimbo. A used DNA testing kit. Someone literally just left their DNA. Pickleball paddles and a ball. I can see how that could happen. 2 mattresses. I don't see how that could happen. 15 hookahs. 15 of them.
Dude, hookahs are crazy.
An aquarium. A witch's broom. A unicycle. 100 DVDs. A bouquet of 100 red roses. You know how expensive that had to be?
There's no good video tutorials on this.
A Yankees bobblehead figure. A toilet plunger. A cactus. A Harry Potter wand.
She's up, and she said Rose is up, but we can ask her a question.
Awesome.
Call her.
Get her
we
in
go.
here.
Kind of nervous. Oh, God, it is coming to... Dude, we should just randomly call people.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
so we have a question we didn't mean to stumble upon, but it's there. What is it called again?
Don't look at me.
No, hold on. Sticky boob bra. What is a sticky boob bra?
Do you know what a sticky boob bra
We don't
is?
understand the physics.
I mean, I would assume that it just like sticks to your boobs so that you don't have to wear like straps on it.
How does it work?
Like if I'm wearing a dress that's like backless, then I obviously can't have a strap going across my back. So then you just stick it on there.
Yeah, because that was
It will,
Griff's
like-
question.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about the back. I was thinking shoulders. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they stick together in the front, don't they? Kind of like push up.
sort of. Yeah, and it just sticks on your boobs, and then it holds them up and covers your nipples mainly because you don't want them like showing through your dress or whatever.
So is it like a tape like straight across the front? Like
I mean, they're connect. I mean, usually they're like connected,
okay,
like
they're
normal
connected.
bras are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes more sense.
That's part I'm
Google wasn't
missing.
helping.
Nick went down some dark holes on
Yeah,
Google.
Nick tried Googling it. It didn't work out well for him.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's just what we needed. We
Yep.
we didn't know for sure.
It was
okay.
it was left in an Uber, and we were going through a list of things left in an Uber. We did not know what that was.
Yep,
Oh,
that's how it
all
came
right.
up.
Well,
Sticky boob bra. if
Yeah,
you'd like
I
to
mean-
sponsor us,
We now know how you function.
Thanks,
it's not
dear.
a junction.
yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right,
You're welcome.
love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
should say it back to Nick.
Yeah. What the heck?
Okay.
Concerned.
Wait. We can do it. We can do a
Yeah,
little
you're
mini,
concerned about my wife, but not yours.
We can do a little mini competition here.
Why's it got to be mini?
Because you're playing. What are the 10 most commonly forgotten items?
We just went over that.
No, 10 most common.
Oh,
Those
wallet.
are the most unique.
Credit
Wallet
card.
is number 2.
Credit card.
Credit card is not one, but I think that they're trying going with wallet.
Wallet. Keys.
Keys.
Animal.
Phone.
Not an animal. Phone.
I am 3 for 3. He is 0 for.
Well,
You're
animal
taking
was
all
his,
the obvious
animal
ones.
was his third choice.
Sticky boob bra.
No.
Shoes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Clothing. I'll count that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Animal. No, I already. A hat.
Coming back around. Nick, clothing. We've already covered clothing.
Most things left behind in an Uber. Gosh dang it.
Water bottles.
Ooh, good.
Yes.
Good. Ooh, nailed it. Good job.
Getting there.
He's going to say animals again.
Here.
Cats.
Every other option is going to be an animal until it's right.
Someone left a turtle.
Pins. Or
Depends.
No pins.
What
but-
about depends?
No. Shay, you have them
Glasses.
right now.
glasses.
Yes.
Oh yeah, glasses. Good job.
Blind mother.
Nick, you might have one of these. I don't know.
Food.
coat.
Food. A drink.
No, surprisingly, food is not.
Oh.
Passport.
Well, I
don't
would not
have
have
a
gotten that one.
passport.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that
Where
one.
am I going?
Would we get any of these other ones? Just read them to us. Read them through.
Luggage.
Yeah,
Headphones.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
have guessed.
headphones.
Oh, yeah, I never thought that. We did pretty good, though.
We did.
10,
We're a good
10
team.
10 most forgetful cities.
10 most forgetful cities?
Yep, in the U.S.
What do you mean forgetful? Like just...
The cities that leave the most things in Ubers.
Oh.
New York.
Vegas.
New York.
Vegas has to be on
Vegas is not on
That's
that list.
stupid.
I think it's
Chicago.
probably because they're not using many Ubers.
Oh,
Because
because
in
they-
Vegas, it's a lot of walking.
there. That's
traffic.
true. It's just
Chicago.
true.
Chicago.
L.A.
L.A.
Did you say New York?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Oh. Boston.
Boston.
Philly.
No Philly.
No, Philly.
Texas.
Seattle. Texas is a state.
Yeah, but I cover everything.
Seattle is not.
Austin.
No.
San Antonio.
There are 2 Texases. You've gotten neither of them.
San Antonio.
No.
Houston.
Yes. I was going to say, think more populated.
San Diego.
whale's
No, but there is a
vagina?
San.
San Fran.
Yep.
Tokyo.
Disco.
I
In a
don't
list
think-
of
Tampa.
most forgetful U.S. cities,
Oh.
you name both Texas and Tokyo.
Tampa.
Animal.
No.
Tampa.
No, but there is a Florida.
Orlando.
Nope.
Gosh dang it.
What other places in Florida?
You know
Think
what?
of think
Miami.
Of party. Miami.
I was going to say, I'm going to let him just see. if
This
he can-
one is a city that does not exist in a state.
What?
It's not in a state.
Texas.
He's doubling down. DC.
Yes, Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's
He was
a good
never
guess.
going to get that.
I was not.
The one you will never get is Newark, New Jersey.
I would never. I said New York.
Newark, New
Oh.
Jersey. You got New York. I said New York.
I did.
What Nick learned today. There's a place called Newark.
All right, let's get into. We're going to have to get to it because this is going to be our last thing. We have a new segment. It's actually our competition series. We are going to label the Clash of the Coworkers, and in this series, it's me and Griff. So, welcome to the Clash of Coworkers, where job titles mean nothing and bragging rights are everything. And Nick is going to get to ask our questions. It's a series. Best 2-5 wins gets the victory. And Nick, what is our category for today? You're smiling too much. I don't like that.
So excited.
I'm liking my odds now.
It is a spelling bee.
Gosh dang it, Nick. Why would you do that to me? You know how much it sucks.
I know, but I want to put him through it.
Okay, here's the thing. I will play this, but if Nick, in attempting to spell out one of the words to us, spells it wrong, then he loses this round.
No.
I don't even know what that means. How does
Yeah.
he lose a round?
Yeah.
He has to pay $1 for every one time he misspells? Okay.
Nope.
So if he's reading it out to us and can't read it to spell it out to us, then he loses $1.
What if there's
You lose
glare?
$1.
So these are actually. So I didn't do just random words. These are. I got words that are commonly misspelled words.
Yeah, the ones that Griff
Misspelled.
did.
Misspelled
Missed
words.
spell. So like
That's
magic.
exactly what I did my category on.
Missed.
Yeah, I know.
MITS.
I got the $1. I got the jar ready for his dollars.
MITS.
See, I was kidding.
Mitts spelled. It's not even missed.
All right. The first word. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Dynamics. Nope.
Ready?
Ready?
You spell it out. Go ahead, spell it out.
DYNAM. DYNAMICS.
DYNAMICS.
You guys are both correct. This is hard. I'm looking. I need to give me a board.
Here's a pen. You have a sheet of paper in front of
Who's
you.
going to struggle the most in this competition? Nick. The person who came up with it.
Maybe.
The person who found all of the words.
Okay. Number 2, insulin.
Go ahead.
INSULIN.
I have the same exact thing.
Yep. You guys are both. God, you guys are good at this. What? Also, I tried spelling John real fast and it looks like yawn.
It does look like yawn.
That's definitely a Y.
Yep.
All right, cologne. Not colonial.
COLOGNE.
Same thing.
God, you guys. I should have went harder.
It's like these guys are geniuses. How do they know all of this?
Here's the thing. It's
I
got to be a
would've-
word he can pronounce, though. That's
I would have completely already got some of these wrong.
we know. You spelled seal wrong.
Vengeance.
I may get this one.
I think I might get this one wrong too.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
He got excited that he may get it wrong. I think I got it wrong. You go first.
VENGE. For some reason, I put an A in there. NCE.
I put. Hold on.
Vengance.
Oh, I put
Is Shay right?
VENGANCE.
Griff is correct.
What?
Yes.
Okay, that was impressive. I didn't think you had it.
I didn't think I had it either, so I'm also impressed.
Griff is in the lead. He's got all 4 of my spelling words right.
I have 3 of the 4. Thank you very much.
You do.
I'm
Which was
still in
far
it.
better than when I did this category in the thrilling 2-1 victory.
You were doing way too hard of words. You know that, right?
Well, now I know that Nick spells seal. SEEL.
I thought it was all those silent letters. Expiration. I always get this one wrong.
So I had to quit working at the factory.
It says expectation.
Expectation 2-1-18.
Go ahead, Griff.
EXPIRATION.
I have the same thing.
Well, you guys are both correct. Should have went.
I like this round better because it makes me not look like a freaking idiot like what I have with yours.
All right. And because I figured you would say that, I started going harder words because I was like, these kind of seem simple. Questionnaire.
My spatial awareness is awful.
I know.
I ran out of space.
You have so much on the other
I
side.
do. My spatial awareness is not good at all. I need to just start on the left side better.
Okay. QUESTIONAIRRE.
You have 2 R's. I have 1 R at the end.
You guys are both incorrect.
What?
It is QUESTIONNAIRE.
Oh, okay. I would have got it wrong anyways. I took the N off right before we went. I had another N there in the middle. I wasn't sure if there were 2 N's or 2 R's.
I'm embarrassed about this next word because I always misspell it. Maintenance.
I'll start far left this time.
Thank you.
I'm almost certain I misspelled it, but go ahead, Griff.
MAINTAINENCE.
MAINTENANCE.
Griff is wrong, but Shay
Is also wrong.
is correct.
Boom, baby! Back in it.
You both are tied at 5.
How many questions left? What?
I have
3
11.
left? Okay.
Not left. I just have 11.
There's 11 left.
I think we just did 7.
Yeah, we're on 8. Occasionally. At least I think it is.
I think I spelled it wrong again.
OCCASIONALLY.
You spelled it way too fast for him.
Yeah, you did. Bring that down. Bring your speed back.
Okay.
OCCASIONALLY.
Me and him the same except the S and I. So I put OCCAIS.
Yeah, Griff is correct.
Dang it.
You messed up your letters.
Yeah. I flipped them around.
Griff is now in the lead. 6-5.
I was close. Gosh dang it.
Rhythm. Not to be confused with ribbit.
Go
I
ahead,
need some
Griff.
context on that. RHYTHM.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Dang it, you guys are smart cookies.
It's almost like ChatGPT knew this.
Chupacabra.
For those who don't know, I put our
I'm kidding.
podcast in ChatGPT just to see what it said about us, and Griff was classified as the expert. I was classified as the host, and Nick was classified as the chaotic one.
Wild card.
Or wild card, yes. Chaotic
Also,
wild card.
it's a chupacabra, not a chucabra.
See, he knew it.
Just let him.
Yeah.
But
Let
you
me
can't-
cook.
You have to at least pronounce it correctly for us to spell
Let
it.
me cook.
We know what he
I got
meant.
oil. I just need a frying pan. Okay.
Nope.
Supersede.
Oh boy. You got me here.
If you don't get this right, actually, you lose regardless.
Thanks for giving him so much hope. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you've already lost. You're done.
You loser.
Now you know what it's like.
SUPERCEDE.
I didn't put the E at the end.
Nope, you guys are both incorrect.
I have SUPERCEED.
Nope.
Is there another S in the middle
It's
of
SUPERSEDE.
Oh.
Supersede. Do you want my last word?
Yeah, go for it.
Accidentally. I always misspell this one too. It's the tallies.
I did it wrong.
ACCIDENTALLY.
Griff is correct. You is not correct.
Okay.
All right.
I put ACCIDENTILY.
It looks like an O. It looks like occidentally. All right, Griff won.
Here's the thing, Nick. How many did you actually know how to spell before you saw those.
There's these chance he didn't know how to spell me whenever he was reading them.
I plead the fifth. No, I would have probably got a good 4, 5 of them.
I'm just going to say this too. Put this on the record. It was easier to spell because I didn't have him going silent.
I know. I was hoping Griff would start like throwing some random
rhythm,
letters.
Chupacabra.
Ride him. Ride him. Ride him. Ride him. Ride him.
Ride him. Ride him. RIDEHIM. Ride him.
That's exactly.
How did we get here?
All right.
That's funny.
So again, I'm going to ask you before we sign off here. Please, if you have any advice or questions, send them in. So we can start our office hours segments. But anyway, that's it for the episode of It's a Work Thing. If someone asks what you're listening to, just smile and say,
It's a work
It's a work
thing.
thing.
Don't forget to follow us on TikTok or wherever your boss can't see your screen. We're at _work_thing_podcast. Period.
A lot of underscores.
Again, you got workplace drama, send it to us. We'll probably roast it, or Nick will.
New episodes drop every Thursday. Follow, subscribe, and maybe forward this to your team, but anonymously.
Or CC me on it. I thrive on chaos.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you next week. Until then, keep it professional-ish, or just keep pretending. Cheerio!
Cheerio.